Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about some more funny confirmations I got via some clients. And I already told the story of the ghost ringing the doorbell. So, this was to be continued because the main thing was that the ghost came to help the family because there was a family issue to be healed within the mother mainly. And the second thing that happened was that I saw this ghost kind of clinging via white threads coming out of his fingers to the earth, and he did not went into the light after his transition because he loved his family and he wanted to stay with them and watch over them and care for them. And he was in the misunderstanding that if I go into the light, into heaven, then I'm there and I can't come back and watch over my family. And I told him it's just the other way round. Now you're here stuck and you can't go to heaven because you cling to earth and your family. And when you go into the light and to heaven, then you are free and you can come and go as you like and visit your family and watch over them and care for them. Now you're not free because you're kind of bonded yourself to the earth. So after he got that, he went off into the light. And then I had another contact with the clients, and while we were exchanging emails, I saw him, and they asked how he was now and wanted to know, and they already were a bit worried before because his death wasn't so easy. He was in some kind of facility to care for, and so he wasn't very well, and he appeared and showed himself kind of a little bit unkempt and neglected. And that was exactly what happened in the facility where he stayed the last years of his life. So he thought he has to stay with his family, and that was some kind of wrong idea. And after he got it, he went into the light. And when I had contact with the clients the next time, I saw him. And it was a very funny image because he was kind of doing a tripping dance, show off dance, showing me how he was going in and out of heaven as if I made it, look now, here I am, and now I'm free and I can go in and out. And well, okay, I got that, but the thing is, the message is not for the medium. I don't have to understand it, but the family understood it in a different way. Because when I told them about this little show of tripping dance, their father and husband was showing me going in and out of heaven, of the light, they said, "Oh, that's very interesting because he sat in a wheelchair for his last 3 years of life." Wow, and then I knew why he did this really extraordinary show of dance to show I'm walking on my own 2 feet now. The etheric feet, of course, but I really liked that confirmation and I was happy with that, the family as well, because now they knew, oh, he's okay, he's in the light, in heaven, and everything is fine, and he can still come and watch over us and visit us. And I got the feeling from him that he even wanted to be invited by them consciously. So I told them, why not invite your father to your nice Sunday morning breakfast, not that early at 8 o'clock when he rang the bell. And I told him not to ring any longer. They know now, and please come a little bit later. And I told them, maybe on your coffee table you can put a little pot of coffee for him, And that's kind of a sign to show, yes, you have a place here still on the table with us, and now we know that you want to stay with us, and here's your coffee and your place, and come and be with us. And the daughter did that Sunday morning, the next Sunday morning, something. She played the favorite music of her father. And then they wanted to go out, and she just closed the lid of the laptop where the music was playing. And it still played on for a little bit, although she had closed the laptop. That's a funny thing. And her mother said immediately, "That's him." And he told me that he would give them a sign to know that he's with them. And after they told me that, I knew, oh, that was him, of course. He gave you the sign to know he received your invitation and he's with you. So that was also very funny. And then they told me something that was really interesting. They live in another country, not in Germany. And they said they came to me via the interview at Next Level Soul podcast with Alex Ferrari. And after they had heard of me, they kind of followed me a little bit on my channel. And then one day, shortly after they came to know me via Alex, they saw close to their home on the street a van, a service van from some kind of company, but the name on the van written was Elohim. And that really blew me away, them as well, because they've never heard about Elohim before, only via me in the Next Level Soul podcast interview with Alex, because I'm channeling the Elohim, or they are channeling through me, better said. So that's really funny that this name appears with a service van and it's written on a van. And they said they never heard the word before. They couldn't find out what kind of company it was. And then the van was gone. But just this little sign gave them an idea. And I had things like that as well. You know, if you start to observe more and watch out for signs, you really notice that there are a lot of synchronicities showing you, yeah, that's the right way, the right thing, go there, do this, like a confirmation. And in the beginning of our soul path, we often need confirmation because we're doubting, we're not sure, we're trained to be so much in the head and not feel with our heart, which is kind of always a simple answer, because you feel something that's just not this dual thing that happens in the head, like, shall I go here, shall I go there, is this right or that, you know, left and right, good and bad, white and black, and so on. And you can even ask for signs. And I had this friend who was in my mediumship circle developing psychic senses. And I once met with her in a cafe because we just wanted to have a little chit chat and talk and exchange of experiences and whatever. And it was around noon. And when I came to the cafe and met her there, she was kind of nervous. She was always looking around as if she was waiting or looking for something, and she wasn't concentrated. So I just asked her, hey, what's the matter with you? Why are you so nervous and looking around as if you're expecting something? And you're not really here with me, talking with me, because you're everywhere, looking around and expecting or waiting for something. And she said, yeah, I'm sorry. That's because I asked for a sign from spirit world, and it's kind of urgent for me to confirm something I want to do. And I wanted this confirmation and asked for a sign. And I asked them, something simple to create as a synchronicity. It's good if you don't ask something very, very specific, which is hard to manifest or show up in your surroundings from spirit world. So she told me she had asked for the sign of a horse. She wanted to see a horse that's telling her, yes, okay, that's confirmation for this project or a thought you had. And she was driving through the rural landscape and was looking for a horse on a meadow. And all she saw were cows and sheep, no single horse. That's interesting because when I drive around in the surroundings of my little village, there are a lot of meadows and I see everything. There are cows, horses, sheep, goats, and whatever. And as she wanted so much to see a horse, she did not get the horse on the meadow because she was kind of fixated on this idea the horse has to stand on the on the meadow. And while we sat there in the cafe, and she was telling me this whole story, there was a service van coming and he was parking directly in front of the window where we sat of the cafe. And I looked up at the side of the van and there was a logo that was the head of a horse, but it was kind of like a pictogram. It was very stylized and very graphic. And I just started laughing and showed with my finger, look, there is your horse. And she started laughing as well, and she got that she was too fixated onto the horse of the meadow, on the meadow. So these are some happy news about confirmations I got, and I wanted to share that with you. And maybe you are inspired now to have a different look or ask for signs if you need some. A very common thing are these small little white feathers of birds that you find on your way or sometimes even in your home and you don't know how they got there, or you find small coins on the streets. That's the simple thing that spirit world is more or less giving and showing to us nearly every time. I had a phase where whenever I opened my door and wanted to go out to do whatever I had to do to the grocery store or so, there was a feather on my doormat, these little tiny white feathers. So, okay, this is about signs and confirmation, and I want to inspire you to ask for signs and look for signs that help you on your soul path and give you confirmation about what's working inside and where you want to go and what you want to do. So thank you for watching and be blessed. Love and light onto your soul path. Bye.